All right, here I am. Oh, peeps, I want you all to come on in. Come on in. Oh man, it took me a minute before I realized how to go live after this making corrections and everything. But here I am. I'm so excited because this topic that I'm going to talk about today coincides with what I was trying to was thinking about earlier in the week about what I wanted to share today. And lo and behold, man, the creator, the universe is just down right in your face. I was looking at Instagram feed yesterday, and lo and behold, this article came up on ABC News where the New York Times reported that food additives have been is harmful to our health, of course, and California um, Assembly has drafted a bill to prohibit and restrict certain food additives in that state. So it's going to the Senate soon. So I thought this was very, very profound and relevant because this is what I was going to talk about anyway. Nutrition. I was trying to figure out what did I want to say because today it is so imperative that you get the truth, the right information, so that you can have something really to go by. You know, there's a lot of people out there talking about health. And this article that I want to share with you, and it's going to coincide again, like with my topic that I wanted to talk about, that I was going to talk about anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead on and get into the topic because I know many of you who wants everybody basically most people want to be healthy, but some people just don't know how. And then you have some who really don't desire because the ones who really don't desire to be healthy like that, they're talking about they got to die from something anyway. And I think that's very ignorant for people to say that. You're right, something is going to kill you, but take that something away, and then what? Do you have to die for something, or you just gonna die? Period. But I don't have to die. I have to continue to live. So I just wanted to put that out there. People worship death more than they do life. So I suggest people start thinking about living and not dying because you haven't even lived yet. So I have set up a system that I use for my clients as well. It has helped me to maintain my perfect health for the past 3 decades that I've been living a holistic lifestyle, and it works. I'm not joking, and I'm telling you this, I'm bringing this subject to you from my heart, first and foremost, because number one, people are sick and dying like flies, and it's becoming so scary to me, like many other of my camaraderie. It's just happening too fast, too soon to people that you wouldn't even expect. It's real scary and it's sickening, but I'm okay because I'm looking forward to the end result because I have to be here till the end because I have to see the promise that was given to the privilege. You know, our day is here. We don't wrestle and fight with flesh and blood, but with principalities. And what I'm about to bring to you today is about principalities because I was listening to the reading the article, and the author of the article is a toxicologist, and I'm going to share with you what the toxicologist is saying. Okay. Now, first, I want you to like and share this page because I'm sorry, this video because people need to hear this. Please give me a thumbs up as well. Like and share because the more people hear about this, the better it is, and more people that I can reach, and a life that I can save prayerfully. I'm Vanessa C. William, holistic nutritionist and author of the Breath of Life Detox. This book right here. Now, I'm going to what I'm talking about. I've already written about this. We've been living this. Some of us been living this lifestyle for 50 plus years. Okay, and for 3 decades for me, 30 years to be exact. And I am turning 62. I don't like to tell my age, but people tell me you should tell your age because of the work that I have put into my lifestyle and I have gotten the results. And that's why it's so imperative, important that you hear what I'm saying and that I do bring this information to you because we're listening. You all are listening to people who you put your trust in that do not have your best interest and do not even know. We're just listening to people, and I'm going to verify this in this article. Okay, so please like and share, but I want to move on. Okay, and this is not by happenstance, not by one shot. But before I move on, I want to make sure I have a good audio. So I'm going to plug in my headset, and that way I can speak through these microphone speaker here, I think. So let me know. Put a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right. If you can hear me well. Hear me well. Now, I'm going to be basically sharing with you about the article, what they have said and what I was going to share anyway, but it's just more profound because it helps me to elaborate more on the subject. Um, so this is not a coincidence. Like I said, many of us knew that at some point, and we've gotten to that point in time, that these leaders out here, the healthcare industry, the media, they will have to come to terms that the way that they've been living, what they've been sharing with us, it's not true. When everybody's living a lie, unfortunately, a lie that has been told from generations to generations, and it's catching up with us. It has caught up with so many of us. But I'm rejoicing, I'm excited, I'm happy because it's an endorsement for the kingdom of heaven on earth and those who have put in the hard work to stay healthy, who have prayed for us and continue to be diligent and striving for perfect health and maintaining your perfect health. If you're living in perfect health, maintain it. And this is what I do. I help people with so today people are sick anyways. Most people are sick, but my platform is preventative health, preventing the problem before you get one. And it's so important that you prevent the problem. But healing is important as well. You can heal faster if you embrace a natural, holistic lifestyle, if you have a health problem. And I'm not going to get into that right now like that because it's so much pertinent information from this article that I want to share. Okay. Now, I started writing this about nutrition and additives the other day because this is what I wanted to talk about. And like I said, lo and behold, the article popped up on Instagram. California has passed a bill in its assembly. Okay, what is it called? The bill. You can go on. You can go on the. I can't see the name of the bill, but you can go on their website and download food additive ban and prohibition of food additives. Um, so this is the first part of the bill, that the assembly has written and has gone to the Senate, because what they're doing is prohibiting the bad ingredients, the toxic ingredients, the food additives, the dyes in the state of California. in the state of California. So this is a landmark, they say, because what they're trying to do is protect the health of the children, of the family, and citizens in California. Now, that's so imperative and it's so relevant. I love California anyway because California is the first state, the state that came out with enacting the organic food law. So they've always been pretty health conscious in California. When I went to California, I just loved the food. The food tastes so good. I was in LA and San Diego, Hollywood, Beverly Hills, um, almost 10 years ago now. And the food was so delicious. I made this vegetable soup and it was so sweet because the food is grown organically and it's natural. It's no GMO foods. Most in California, they really are keen on that. So sometimes you hear people say, well, they don't believe in the food is organic and da 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 da. They put stuff in it. They don't believe it because they don't heard other reports that people are lying about it. I'm sure there are some people who are not practicing the organic law. They might be practicing part of it, but not all of it. But I say to those people who don't believe it, it tells me that you obviously do not eat organic foods because there is a big difference when you eat organic foods and non-organic foods, pesticide foods, non-organic. So when you say that you don't trust it, you don't believe it, it's indicative that you're probably not eating organic foods. Because like I said, there's a big difference and I know the difference. And I have come to the point where if I can't, if there isn't any organic foods or, products that I use like produce, I'm not even going to get it. I can do without a bell pepper in my food. I don't have to have a bell pepper because if I can't get it organic, I don't want it. And if the price is too high, like we have them here now for like $4 or $5 um, a kilo, like I'm not going to buy that pepper. It's just too expensive. I have to really start growing my own food. But anyway, so I saw that was last week, and this week they have dropped. So I guess people have been speaking or been showing the grocery stores, uh, the government, not necessarily so the farmers, but listen, we don't have to eat this type. We don't have to eat it if it costs that much. I think sometimes I might have to go stop eating, become a breatharian because the food is so expensive and or eat less because it's outrageous. It's not that I can't afford it, but it's just ridiculous that they raise those prices up like that. And I'm like, I don't need it. I really don't, because I fast most of the time anyways. So I'm going to read a little bit of this article for you so that you can get a gist of what's really happening. It's a very, very profound article. And when you do get a chance, I do encourage you to go to ABC News and pull that article up or either go to New York Times. All right. So they said California passed the first time in nation's landmark bill that would ban some additives from certain packaged food ingredient lists. And, as I go along, I'm going to elaborate and I'm going to give you some key points for you to hear and consider. Okay, this happened on Monday. Okay, the California Assembly approved Bill AB 418. That's the bill. So you can go to the California Assembly and pull it down and see it. It really was voted by a landslide, really. So they banned 5 harmful ingredients in food. Okay, chemically ingrained foods, like on candies. Children eat, well, not children, but adults too, because I watch people grocery store, when I'm in the grocery store, I watch what's in their basket because sometimes they have them baskets piled up, filled up to the top. I'm like, gosh, what is They got a lot of food. What are they? Who they buying for? And all I can do is just pray for them because it's nothing but poison in the bag. But this goes to the point of health food versus um, unhealthy food, because in the grocery stores, you do have a health food section, which is a little small little corner. So those foods are considered healthy. So what's on the other shelves? Unhealthy foods? You have to look at that. But if you're not going into a health food store, that's on sale health foods, then you have to be careful when you're buying stuff off the shelves. Okay. So, anyways, the committee approved the legislation, and now it's going into the California Senate. All right. These are the particular preservatives, chemical laden products or ingredients: brominated vegetable oil, potassium potassium bromate, propylparaben. I think they're supposed to say propylene paraben. They just have propylparaben. Red dye number 3 and titanium dioxide. Now, in my book, I list a lot of these additives in this book here. So if you don't have the book, I suggest you get the book, because all this stuff I have already shared with you. And these are just 5 that the California Assembly is trying to, well, I'm sure it will pass, because today people are becoming more aware and more conscious. And I'm going to share with you about what the author said, because I'm like, she's either wasn't just waking up or just didn't care. Anyway, I already listed on page 29 in the Breath of Life Detox book, these some of these ingredients. And you have to get the book. You can get the book from my website, vanessacwilliams.com, or you can get it from Amazon, of course, the Breath of Life Detox. You can get it from Barnes and Noble, as well as from Ex Libris, the publishing company. But I do prefer you getting it from my website, because I want to keep all the royalties. It ain't no joke here, okay? I want to keep all the royalties. I wrote it, I published it, and I paid for it, okay? So propylene glycol, propylene parabens, red dye number 3. Now, my book shares all of more than those in the book. I see titanium dioxide also in toothpaste. This particular Himalayan toothpaste that on the shelves here in Israel, and it's supposed to be natural, but I kept saying I don't like this idea to have this titanium dioxide in my toothpaste. So I did not buy it. I don't buy it because I'm like, I don't want no titanium in my I know it's a chemical, earth chemical, but all chemicals not good. There are a lot of chemicals that are good, but these particular ones are not good. Okay, now this is bromate. This brominated, I know these words you all do not know, and I'm going to explain to you also about them, because I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I want to tell you what bromine is. Brominated, a dense, volatile, corrosive, reddish brown, non-metallic, liquid halogen element that exists in a diatomic molecule, Br2, having a poor, irritating vapor. Okay, chiefly isolated from brines. It is used in producing fumigants, dyes, water purification compounds, and photographic chemicals. All right. So again, a dense, volatile, corrosive, reddish brown, non-metallic, liquid halogen element that exists as a diatomic molecule, having a highly irritating vapor. Highly irritating vapor. Okay. Um, this is what that is. You can look that word up and you can study it more too. Bromine. And it's when they're putting it on food, they call it brominated vegetable oil. This is how your vegetable oil is processed. Um, potassium bromate and propyl parabens. This is a gas as well. Red dye, number 3. That is dangerous, and you see it on in candies, on all types of foods. That's why I encourage people to read labels. I read labels all the time. Okay, just like the other day, I bought some organic um, tamari soy sauce, and I bought this brand before, but today I used it, and it tastes a little sweet. Okay, so what I did was check the label on it. Well, they have started putting. They say sugar, sukar, which is sugar in Hebrew, but they call it what do they call it? But what it is fructose, fructose corn syrup. And I never buy anything with fructose corn syrup in it because again, that's a undigested sugar. And I'm going to get into that another time to talk about this sugar because that's another deadly element as well. So I'm like, well, I have it. It's organic. It's my first time. Well, it's not the first time I bought it, but they obviously changed the label. And I did not read the label. I trained my children when they were growing up, they would read labels. And one day I bought some burgers from the health food store. I forgot what they're called. It's been so long because I haven't eaten them. But they were the veggie burgers, vegan burgers. And we got home one day and the children was like, oh, Ima. Ima is mother in Hebrew. They were like, these burgers have egg whites in them. See, they were trained to read the label because now when we were first started buying those Boca burgers is what they're called. When we first started buying the Boca burgers, they didn't have egg whites in it because we are vegan. We don't eat egg whites, nothing with animal products in it. So they were like, they caught it. They said, "Oh, they have eggs white," and I was like, "Well, hallelujah, praise the Most High." These children were reading that label, so I took it back to the store because we were like, we don't. They never had um, egg white in them, so they changed those labels too, and they changed those ingredients. So, moving on, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read this to you because I don't want you to miss anything, and it's so profound. Because see, I'm a passion for health, and I like to give people information that's going to help them save their lives, save someone else's life. Because you don't have to be sick; you can prevent diseases, and you don't have to die prematurely. Okay. So let's say these ingredients are found in food and also in body products. When you go to the stores, all of these dyes are in the products, and they call them natural as well. So I'm like, okay, I go into the store and I ask the people, the clerks, okay, check this ingredient. What is this ingredient here? Because I don't know about this ingredient, and I'm going ahead of my subject as well because that's what I do when when you go to Body Shop, Bath and Body Works, Leilene, you go to these places, they're supposed to have these natural products, and then they have a particular ingredient in it. And I'm like, okay, check this out. I want to see what that is before I buy it. Because they're promoting their new product, so they're selling it to you. So I'm like, okay, fine. Let's do some research. You want me to buy it? All right. But I tell people you really, really have to do your own work. Do your own work because when you are counting on someone else to prepare your food, everybody don't have the same consciousness. Everybody don't have the same passion. Everyone do not really care about their health, about their body. All right. So these particular ingredients, mind you, are prohibited in Europe. And the red dye number 3 is still they're still using it, but it really they almost banned that as well. It was a narrow vote, but with the red dye. But eventually they will um, prohibit it. But a lot of European countries have prohibited lots of food additives and products that the U.S. is still using. And you have to really pay attention and go to your local council, your government. With so much stuff is going on. We're talking about education. We want our reparations. All of these laws, and we're talking about abortion rights. Nobody's talking about their health. Okay, their internal health, their mental health. A lot of mental health is we have a lot of people now, particularly in the Black community. The mental health has risen in the Black community. Again, mental health issue, and I'm going to say this in the affirmative, has a lot to do with what you are putting into your system. Okay, there's the MSG causes Alzheimer's. I did a talk on it years ago. The MSG in food that causes Alzheimer and dementia. But you all have to really do your homework, and you have to listen to someone who really cares about you as well, not trying to give you the okie doke, trying to get some get paid or get ratings and things like that. People don't care, and and a lot of them don't even know, because this lady who this toxicologist, the things that she is saying, I'm like, people, you all have to wake up. But let me continue on. Um, Again, like I said, this is an endorsement for heaven on earth and those people who desire to live in a healthy body in this earth in this lifetime. Okay. We are making strides, of course, and these things have been prophesied. We've been waiting on this day, and I'm like, wow, finally, I cannot believe it. They're coming out saying these things. They may have not known, and they may have known, but I think there is a severe force in this day, right today, that's making the truth come out without a doubt. But my thing is, if California is taking measures to do this, what about the other states? California, obviously, they care about their people. Um, Now, this is something regarding those particular additives. I'm going to give you 4 rules to live by and to use, so that it's beneficial for your own health. Now, what you can do is start reading the label packages. First and foremost, start reading your label packages. And I always tell my clients, hear me clearly. If you do not know the origin of the ingredient, do not get it. If you cannot pronounce the word, do not get it. And you don't know its origin, okay? Rule of thumb. If it has more than 6 ingredients in the product, put it down, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be something in there that's not healthy for your body. You don't have to make products and I don't even understand. They put eggs in all kinds of stuff. I'm like, why do I have to put eggs in this? It just don't even make any sense. Okay. But if you don't know how to cook, and that's what you've been doing all your life, there has to be a change. We hear people, I hear people all the time say, well, mama did it, grandma did it, grandma ate this and lived for 100 years to 100 years old. Okay, hallelujah for grandma reaching 100. But what if grandma did not eat those things? How long would she have lived? See, the problem that we're having today is because we hold on to beliefs that do not serve our health. do not serve us in this day and time. It might serve us back in those days, but at some point you have to make a transformation. If you can't see what's taking place in this world, something is wrong. And if you go back 30 years, 40 years, maybe 50 years, these things were not occurring. People did not die like they did, like they're doing now back in the day. I mean, it's just rampant. But like I said, it's sickening, it's scaring, it's like overwhelming to hear so many people just pass. And it's like at some point, some people just probably say, well, F it. I'm gonna just go along with it. But I'm like, I cannot do that. And I just pray for the people. That's why I'm using this platform to raise you up, wake you up, put something, maybe something, a light or something to go off in your head, in your mind, and give you the strength, maybe empower you to make the changes that you need to make in your life to stay healthy. So again, let me say those 4 rules again. Start reading labels. If you can't pronounce the word, don't buy. If you don't know the origin of the word, don't buy. And if it has more than 6 ingredients, put it away. Don't even buy. Because 9 times out of 10, you only need 3 or 4 ingredients in a product to make it good or make it last. A lot of those ingredients, anyways, are preservatives. I eat mostly fresh foods. I really don't have any um, what you call it, packaged food or processed foods is what they call it. Look, I don't even deal with that. I don't even know what they're called anymore. So those are 4 rule of thumb. Just pay attention to the packages. Now, this is what the author says. These chemicals are in all kinds of different foods. She admitted they're in all kinds of different foods. All exert different, all exert different effects and different concerns, okay, on the body, on the person. Some of them are associated with neurological disease, neurological problems, she said. Some are causing reproductive problems. Some have been linked to cancer. See, nothing is happenstance. You have to understand that nothing is happenstance. People act like they don't know, like something just fall out of the sky on them. Oh, it's in the air. Oh, it might be in the air, in the environment, because the environment is toxic. But at some point, you have to take responsibility for your health. That means, it's in the air. That means you got to double up, double down, take your supplements, exercise, drink a lot of water, eat healthier. Because people say, well, I eat healthy. Okay, yeah, you eat healthy. Okay, we're going to see. I remember years ago, this lady, I was working with this young lady. She was, she was picking up, vibing off of me because I, eating healthy. And she said, well, oh, I ate some vegetables last night. Okay, what did you eat? I had in my, on my burger, I had tomatoes, I had lettuce, I had onions, and I had peppers. I was like, well, good, good. But try to add you some fresh vegetables, more vegetables, like green beans, greens, cabbage, or something. But she said she had her vegetables. Those were her vegetables, and they were vegetables. But she caught me off guard because I didn't. I mean, those are just things you put on your hamburger anyway. But on to the side of the hamburger, steam you some broccoli. Oh, but if you're gonna eat a hamburger, if you're gonna eat a burger, eat a vegan burger or a bean burger, something to that effect. Um, so so they feel, they're saying that this is a strong step forward in effort to protect the children, the family, and the Californians from the danger, toxicity, and chemicals in the food supply. So again, like I said, California, other states have to come up to the level where California is. Please like and share this video. The topic again is talking about generational health and the food additives that are being banned California is trying to prohibit and restrict. Okay. So, again, I'm Vanessa Williams, holistic nutritionist and author of The Breath of Life Detox, this book right here. Share this video with your family and your friends. Now, moving on, they also talked about artificial sweetener has this erythritol, erythritol. You see the word I can't even pronounce. I don't even buy anything with it. But these are it's in artificial sweeteners, okay? And they're linked to heart attacks and stroke. So you wonder why people are having these heart attacks and strokes, cancer. Again, it's not happenstance. It's what you are eating, what you're putting into your system, what you're inhaling in the air. That's why you have to have a detox system in place. And I have the best detox in the world. This book is basically all you need to start with and end with, because it's advanced. It's for a transitional diet, people who's on a transitional diet, and people who are on a high elevated diet. It's all you need to know. It's very simple. You know, the Creator will not put us here and not tell us what we need, how we need to live, what we need to do. The dietary guideline in Genesis, and that God has given us in Genesis 129. So you go by that. You cannot go wrong. But I know people are like, oh, yeah, that was in Genesis before the flood and all of that. Yes. And they were like, yeah, God told us we can eat meat, we can eat this, we can eat that. Yes, but you have to understand that it was temporary. Remember, according to the story, the flood washed everything away. So God, with her infinite wisdom, their infinite wisdom, that they would not just leave us outright with no food. So they were like, it was a process, but they told you what to eat. Do not touch that swine. You can eat this here, until we start growing our food again. You can eat that, but don't touch it. Don't even touch this pork, that pig. It's an abomination. And that's why people are sick today, because you're eating that pig, you're eating that cow, wobbling around. But anyways, let me move on. I don't want to preach today. I just want to educate you today. Okay. So again, the FDA says also there is a process is needed, more research for regulating CBD. Okay, so those CBD users, okay, there's a chemical in there that is causing risk to your health. Okay, now this particular bill, they say, is to raise concern over the potential adverse or negative health impact, both short term and long term, of these chemicals. Okay, so either the people are waking up, or they just had to tell the truth in this day and time, because the universe is making them. Okay, the author, what's her name? Actually, it was the General Assembly, Democratic General Assembly, Jesse Gabriel. This is the legislator sponsor. He said in a press release, the bill will correct for a concerning lack of federal oversight and help protect our kids, public health, and the safety of our food supply. The chemicals exist in non-natural foods. These chemicals exist in non-natural foods. Foods that Americans already eat. It's important for consumers to understand the impact, according to Stephanie Widmer, ABC medical contributor, board certified emergency medicine physician, and medical toxicologist. Now, check this out. Did you hear what I said? This is the lady. Because these chemicals exist in non-natural products, food products, that Americans already eat, it's important for consumers to understand the impact, but not make themselves crazy, okay? Really, over their exposure, especially in small amounts, says Dr. Stephanie Whitmer, an ABC News medical contributor, board certified emergency medicine physician, and medical toxicologist. All right. She said these chemicals are, they have all kinds of these chemicals in all different kinds of foods. And again, they exert different health effects. Some associated again with neurological problems, reproductive problems linked to cancer. And she said it really depends on the substance. Whitmer told Good Morning America, and plus the girl on Good Morning America is also reporting on this. This is what Stephanie Whitmer says. This is what she said. I don't know if there is for any of these things a safe level. I don't know whether there's a safe level, she added, underscoring instead the importance of moderation and variety in diet. She said there are tons of chemicals and substances that are in our food that are not necessarily supposed to be there. So why would you say is there importance of moderation and the variety in the diet if you feel that you don't even know what they're supposed to be in there? Well, they don't supposed to be in there. If they're bad to you for your health, they're not supposed to be in there. That's just common sense. She said we're not necessarily being exposed to them in high amounts. She said you can't go nuts trying to track down everything um, in your food. No, you don't have to go nuts, but you're already nuts if you don't try to track down things in your food going into your body, whatever's going into your system. You don't even know whether it's harmful to your health. You cannot believe what people are putting out there today. They're not, people don't care. It's about money. These um, conglomerate food producers and who else involved, they don't care about health. They want to make money. This is a capitalistic society, a world built upon economics and nothing else. So you can't get anything else from them. And I encourage you, you need to start holding your leaders accountable or find you some new leaders to follow and listen to, because listen to this woman here, board certified emergency medicine physician and medical toxicologist. Oh, I don't know whether you eat a small amount of moderation. It may not be harmful, but if you keep eating it, is it going to be moderate or is it going to be prolific after you keep putting that little moderation in you? Come on, she doesn't need to be reporting. And if you are listening to her, you see people out here, they don't need to be talking, because that's the problem with people been listening to the wrong people. And you all confused. She doesn't even know any better. Talking about a medical physician, medical toxicology. A child can understand, well, if I keep eating this, it keeps adding on and adding up. It's going to be prolific, it's going to be high, so it's going to cause some problem. I mean, you don't even have to go to school to understand that. Come on. But I this woman, to me, she is diametrically opposing herself. She's saying one thing, it's harmful, it shouldn't be in our diet, but then I don't know whether a little bit in moderation, but people say that all the time. That mind cannot decipher. If I keep putting a little bit in here, just like somebody smoking, if I keep putting a little bit of cigarette, a little bit of nicotine in my system, it has piled up from the time that you have started smoking and to the day that you quit or it quits you. you know, it's just like you building a molehill, an ant just packing sand on top of another, and then the sand, I mean, the sand's not going to fall. It's going to get to a certain level before it falls. That's what happens to your body, your organs. You keep putting the chemicals from all of these different foods and these products. It's not foods really. chemical laden products. It's not food. A lot of stuff that you're eating, calling food, is not food. But anyways, I'm going to I have concluded this particular article because it's so it was so lengthy and so much more that I have to share with you. But I'm going to wait till the next time because I'm going to bring a lot of more information because you need to hear this. Um, California is doing the right thing, and a lot of other states need to follow California. That being said, I want you to please like and share this video, give me a thumbs up, and stay tuned because I will be bringing more profound topics like this.